comedy podcast. Comedy podcast. Get your ass ready for a comedy podcast. About roadway deaths. About roadway deaths? About roadway deaths? About roadway deaths. Comedy podcast. Comedy podcast. A certified motherfucking comedy podcast. About roadway deaths. About roadway deaths. About roadway deaths. About roadway deaths. Get yourself together. It's a certified fucking good time. Yeah.
Jethro, you better not be out in that street chasing them whistle pigs. You know what I told you. You know what happened to your brother. He got dead flat out there chasing them whistle pigs. I don't want you to end up like your brother, flat on account of them whistle pigs.
Okay, we're doing it. We're live, baby. What were you saying about whistle pigs?
I was telling Jethro that he needed to get out of the street chasing them whistle pigs, because he's going to end up flat like his brother.
It is the highest honor to be hit by a car in American society.
It's one of the most American ways to go out.
I'd say what's more American, being shot or being killed in a car accident?
I think this is where our road rage shootings find their home. I think a road rage shooting is the most American.
How many car accidents involve a gun? And how many shootings involve a car?
Ooh.
That's a pretty good question. I don't know if I'd be able to answer that with publicly available data.
What about publicly available data?
I'll take the check, please.
Excuse me. Don't talk about that in front of my wife while she eats her grapefruit.
Grapefruit. Can I get some more sugar for my grapefruit?
My wife's grapefruit needs to be sugared, boy.
People who ask for salt and pepper. That always gets me. It's like, man.
I always make sure to put on the shittiest possible smile when I ask for salt and pepper at a restaurant.
It's like, it's probably the most insulting thing you could ask for.
Could you ask the chef if he has any salt back there? I dream of being in a restaurant while Gordon Ramsay is there doing kitchen nightmares. Like, I would be such a slut for it. I'd be like, yeah, no, mine's cold. My food is so bad.
No, you can't do that. That's not allowed.
No, but it is. It's television.
Mine's raw. This beef Wellington is red in the middle. Mr. Ramsay, my beef Wellington.
Oh, excuse me, cameraman. I have something to share.
I'm biking home from work and someone yells out the car window, "You gotta stop at the stop sign."
Oh my God, this happened to me this week too. That's crazy.
Just like an hour ago. And I just stuck my middle finger in the air and I kept riding.
I didn't have exactly that, but a guy did honk at me after I had gone through the intersection. So I flipped him off.
I don't know, man. I didn't do anything wrong. I think the person who yelled at me, they were signaling to turn right, and I was going straight. So I was really just getting out of their way.
Right.
But they took the time out of their day to tell me what to do. And there's nothing that gets on my nerves more than annoying people who like to tell others how to live their lives.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like someone with a gun who had just been firing it off nearby, came up to you and was like, "Hey, be careful with that knife in your pocket. You might not want to get around the city with that in your hands.
Be sure to wear a helmet."
Oh, just so you know, you need to stop at the stop sign. Because if you don't, I might kill you with my car.
I think that was definitely a red pill moment for me, was realizing that, like, cyclists and pedestrians bear almost no responsibility for roadway safety. I don't know. I mean, there's some argument that on grade-separated freeway-type roads, there's nowhere that it's safe to be. Like, the shoulder isn't safe to stop in, really, and a traffic lane is definitely not safe to stop in. So there are certain roads where it's like if it ever stops moving, it becomes a catastrophe. And that's fucked up. I think that's fucked up, right? There's a lot of pedestrian deaths, and there's a lot of people who die on freeways who aren't in their cars.
Yeah, it's a huge percentage. Like, be careful if your car breaks down and you're on the freeway, especially if you're in like an urban area, but really anywhere. Like, be careful. That is one of the highest rates of death that we see if you just kind of glance at the death map.
Yeah, I mean, the city of Austin will tell you that half of those people are homeless.
And they'll be like giving you like a sort of a forced smile and a thumbs up.
Yeah, don't worry. Guys, don't worry.
Half of them are homeless, so you wouldn't be trying to cross the freeway on foot, would you? Come on.
Waiter, there's a man asking me for money. Could you shoot him?
If not, I'll have to get my CRV and drive it through the window in the front into their booth, killing everybody.
I'm sorry I was late to brunch. I hit a homeless person with my car.
It really would be much more humane if you just shot him, boy.
I had to give a statement as he lay there dying. It was such a drag.
My gay son was crying the whole time.
Do you have anything gluten-free for my gay dog?
Nice. I feel like that one should be played out with like a little like circus, you know, or something, some button.
Oh, goodness gracious. No, it's been I don't know. I woke up at like 6, and then I published to New York. We have new maps. We have new traffic data. We are adding injury data to the death map state by state. First, we did Colorado. Then we did Texas. Then we did California. And now, as of this morning, we've published Pennsylvania and New York.
Whoa!
They can be found under state injury maps in the menu on roadway.report. Get in there and see. It's crazy to see how many people have been hit by a car in Manhattan. It's crazy. It great.
Is.
These are some great maps.
Yeah, New York.
If you want to see some of the busiest metropolitan areas in America and the effect of the automobile on them, you should go to roadway.report because this shit is fucked up, man. In fact, let's pull this shit up. You want to look at Philly or New York?
I'm looking at New York, but it says not found. Is it not roadway.report/New York, or is it new underscore York?
It's new hyphen York.
It's up
New
to
York.
you.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Nothing you can't do. I went to New York when that song was at the top of the charts when I was 13.
I bet you found God.
Someone has been disabled at every corner in the entirety of New York City just since 2010 is what I'm learning.
It is very, very clear that the corners are the dangerous spots in Manhattan.
I mean, that tracks, man. Intersections are sketchy as a cyclist. And, I mean, especially as a pedestrian. You're in them for such a long time.
Is there a way to refine the injury data for type of person injured,
yes.
whether it was
but we need money.
Yeah.
It's more important to just get it out there.
No, absolutely. It's wow.
We're working on that.
Honestly, like Astoria, some of the best, some of the least.
Bro, what the fuck? Like, there's so much New York, right? And it's just like, it doesn't matter where you go. I mean, some parts of
like even
Brooklyn look pretty
Montauk.
safe.
You're gonna get hit by a car. You go to Montauk, I know it's supposed to be this idyllic, like, rich person's haven. You better watch out. You're gonna get hit by a car.
There's like 7 in Montauk.
There's actually like more, I mean, the injury data, so it's so interesting looking at the injury data versus looking at the death data, because it does paint, I think, a more detailed picture. And it just goes to show that even in safe places, you are unsafe. Even in places that are relatively safe because they are havens that have been for the ultra-rich forever and they've been designed to be safe, among other things, comfortable and, indulgent even. The system is still failing you. You are still liable to get hit by a car, and it's probably the most likely event that could cause your severe injury, changing your life forever. Like you're not safe anywhere.
There's even a decent amount in the financial district, which is like those streets are 1600s.
Yeah, I mean, it's
it
hard.
Is much
hard
safer.
To,
If you look at the map, it is much safer, right? Because considering the amount of activity that takes place there, compared to the
per capita.
Well, right. So it's like the amount of activity that takes place there is probably even more than the amount of activity on the Lower East Side. But there's many more disabling injuries in the LES.
Yeah.
It's not too shocking if you've been there.
I've been there.
There's a lot of cars. There's a lot of cars. The air quality it's like one of the worst in the city.
The air quality is terrible. It really is. The air quality is poor. I biked about 10 miles yesterday, and it's winter in Denver, and it's been dry. It's been dry. You can feel it when you ride, just like how dry it is. And yeah, the air quality yesterday was not great either. So many people driving their cars.
I'm looking at Pennsylvania now. So Philly, I think of Philly as like a really safe place to ride a bike, right? And the map, I think the map sort of agrees because this is more years of injury data than the New York map. This is 2005 onward. The New York map. This is 2005 onward. New York is 2010. Onward.
So this is more data,
5
more
additional
data.
years. Something like 30% more serious crashes. And South Philly looks very safe.
Yeah. Safer than anywhere in Manhattan.
There's this one street going right through the middle of Philadelphia. Which street is this?
That is Broad Street.
It must be a fairly broad street because it is exceedingly dangerous.
Hey, where'd you meet your wife? Oh, well, I found her on Broad Street.
I was looking for a broad.
It's a big broad street. It's a big broad street, and it's gonna be unsafe. I live next to a big broad street. Longtime listeners will know. I'm a big hater of the big broad street.
Yeah, dude, there's like whole swaths of Philly where nobody gets hurt. Like,
yeah, but aren't there like
pretty
Italians
crazy.
And stuff?
This is like paradise. I have not seen a lot of areas with this many people in them.
True.
That don't have like a ton of injuries and deaths.
Could it be a reporting inconsistency?
No. I mean, there's about the same amount of crashes.
I just mean, could the reporting in South Philly be undercounting compared to how they count in New York?
No, I mean, to get on this map, you have to be taken away in an ambulance at the scene of a car crash. So I think it should be pretty consistent.
I'm just asking. What are the differences in collection like method? Do you know? Like, have you looked at the forms? Because you sent me the Texas form a while back. That was fascinating.
Right. So they're all different forms. It's all different information systems. It's all tracked in different ways. So there's definitely discrepancies, and it's not a perfect one-to-one. But, like, obviously, if someone dies, is like a pretty consistent thing, all things considered. When you're comparing it to like how they keep track of the shape of the vehicle and the curvature of the road and other like fairly subjective stuff. Whether or not they died or whether or not they were like crippled is a little less subjective. So hopefully it's more consistent.
Yeah. I have one more query, and it is What is the distribution of injuries for people outside of motor vehicles? Just like at a high level glance on the data, like what percentage of people hurt are drivers or occupants?
Sure, I can get into that. Take a look at Pittsburgh while I riff on this.
Oh, I'm going to look at you, Pittsburgh. I do really want to go to Pittsburgh. I've never been.
So, okay, of all traffic deaths, a quarter people on motorcycles, a quarter non-motorists, 50% people in cars. These are ballpark figures. I think a slight majority is people in cars, drivers and passengers.
Right.
Most people who die in cars are drivers. Something like 20% are passengers. Of non-motorists, something like 4 in 5 is a pedestrian, and the rest are like bikes, micromobility, other, horse and buggy. You know, America's a big country. Tandem bicycle.
Pogo stick.
That's about the breakdown. Quarter motorcycles, quarter people just getting clocked, and half of people are in like violent automobile collisions.
Yeah.
And then a pretty decent chunk of car deaths are commercial vehicles.
Right.
I think like a not insignificant amount, maybe like 20%, but that's actually like a shot in the dark.
That makes sense, as commercial
I'd have
vehicles
to check
tend
that.
to be larger. On vibes, it checks out.
Again, this is all stuff I've like seen, but I don't
Right.
have these numbers at the ready.
Right. It feels important to me to note, just from that really high level takeaway. And if you want us to produce a map where we can drill down specifically into where the bicyclist injuries are and where the pedestrian injuries are, where the driver and occupant injuries are, we can do that. We just need some support to make that happen. And I want to just remind everyone that, like, you are the least safe in a lot of ways in a motor vehicle. And motor vehicles are the source of all of this violence. And it's just amazing. You know, I think we focus a lot in this space about the rights and privileges of people outside of motor vehicles, because that is the primary, like, I think, inequality here. But like, if you're in a car, you're still likely to get hurt. Like when my wife leaves in her car to drive to, 100 miles away on a contract, I worry because I know it's the most dangerous thing that any of us do. And I feel like the conversation is so often centered on violence from motor vehicle drivers, not against motor vehicle drivers, but this affects them too. Like, the violence is harmful to them as well. And so I just want to highlight that as we talk about injuries, since they're revealing these new insights into the data. So thank you. Sorry, I just needed to get that out.
No. I just want to make a clarification that, what did you say? That being in a car is like the least safe thing you can do?
Being in a car is not safe. I'm not saying it's the least safe thing you can do, because I understand that more people are hurt in cars because more people use cars. In a place where 90% of people use cars, of course, more people are going to get hurt that are inside of cars. But I'm just saying their safety matters too, is what I'm saying.
We want to officially say, as Roadway Report, the least safe thing you can do is buy a motorcycle. The second least safe thing you can do is smoke cigarettes. The third least safe thing you can do is talk to alt girls and goth mommies. The fourth least safe thing you can do is use micromobility or be a pedestrian. Waiter, this cheeseburger, it's not medium like I asked it. It's medium well. Can you give me a medium cheeseburger, waiter?
Medium? Yes, of course. Coming right up. I apologize. Would you like me to take that one away?
No. I would like to keep it for my gay dog. Could you bring me a gluten-free bun?
Could you bring me a blender for the burger? This terrible overcooked burger. I'm going to blend it to give it to my gay dog.
Oh my God.
Or very well, take it away and bring it back blended, boy.
I wanna issue an apology to the loved ones of the late John Forrester. On last week's episode, I said that I was glad he's dead, and good, or something to the essence of good riddance. But I think that was a sort of rash thing to say, considering I know nothing about the man. However, I've been dwelling on this idea of sharing the road.
Take your space.
What's up with share the road? Like, fuck that shit. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Have you ever tried to share the road?
Yep.
What the fuck? No, it's fucking awful.
It's like share the apartment with a tiger. I don't know if it's gonna work.
And then like no one leaves the house, right? It's like you can be put in jail for letting your kid walk to school by themselves.
I told you not to chase them whistle pigs out in the street. Mr. Copper's gonna arrest you, Jethro.
That just harkens to the incident at Webster. That voice.
Oh yeah, it does. It does.
It harkens.
It harkens.
To the
I'm funneling from the incident. Yeah. I've actually.
The bit lives on.
So we're pretty close on 10 years from our time in college. And like that story's been coming up a lot. Like everybody at Webster in the classes below us, like that was a like formative cultural experience for them.
That was a good show, man.
It really, I thought so too.
I think we outdid ourselves.
We really did. We bottled some genius, I think.
There was a one-man show, and there was a concept album, and there was a incident with the university administration involving underage drinking and some racial themes within the performance.
That really wasn't part of why I was
involving Little House on the Prairie. So yeah, we're trying to put the past behind us.
Yeah.
And move on with the podcast.
Yeah, you should cut to, at this point when you're editing, you should cut to The Freaks Come Out at Night as an interlude.
I really just can't believe that we've been duped. The things that they say to make us believe we're supposed to share the road, or like the idiotic brainworms that have somehow permeated our cultural understanding of roadway safety, or the collective responsibility to create a safe public space. The language that comes to mind is roadway safety is a shared responsibility, and share the road, right? Roadway safety is the responsibility of drivers, because drivers are involved in almost 100% of all deaths in public space. That involve like a collision.
Yeah. But I want to decenter like the idea that just by caring and sharing, by having empathy on the road in your car, you can make the city a safe place to get around. Because that's just a lie. It's not about like sharing and caring. Like those verbs are not going to eradicate roadway deaths and injuries.
Right. Walking and biking and leaving the house will eradicate roadway deaths.
Yeah.
Only you can stop traffic deaths, you fat piece of shit. So get up and get out.
You can't call.
Get up and get out of your fucking Cadillac, your fucking Honda, and walk. Walk on the shitty little sidewalk and like almost get clipped by a Toyota 4Runner, and then get real angry and send some emails to your local government.
This happened to me a couple weeks ago at the corner of Colorado and 8th.
But no, share the road, right? Like roadway safety is not a shared responsibility. It is the responsibility of people who choose to operate heavy machinery. And then share the road. It's like drivers can choose to share the road, but cyclists and pedestrians can't really, you're sort of just crossing your fingers.
Well, like, have you ever hung out with the average driver? Like, the average driver that I am with in my life is like, go, go, go. Like, get out of my way. Like, come on, I'm trying to get to my destination. Like, they're not. We can't care our way out of this.
Yeah, everybody's late because of fucking cars. The only way forward is to through the strength of will and the strength of your body, and you must get up and you must get out and you must walk to work and bike to work, and take the train and the bus. You've got to fight a bum. You've got to fight a crackhead on the way to work for the greater good of society, so your children can live in a just world.
And the only way that's going to happen is when the Gooner army takes back the streets, and I will say it, in the dead of night on Christmas Eve.
In the dead of night. In the dead of night. I was stopping at my there's a weed shop across the street from my job. And I live in Texas, too, so that's kind of a weird thing to say. So I was stopping in to pick up, like, an eighth and maybe some gummies. And then the weed dudes, like, who will come in and get coffee, they're, like, pretty reasonable, chill people. They're macing a homeless woman at the door and, like,
whoa,
pushing her out of the weed shop. So I just I like parked my bike and then I like started walking towards the door and I saw that through the window, and then I turned around and I got back on my bike and I went here.
I mean, was she going berserk in there? What? Why were they handling her thus?
But she was just yelling like, "I need water! I need water!" But man, I don't know, because they're not, they're like nice dudes.
Yeah, and I'm sure, I don't know, they must perceive themselves as just trying to do their job. Like, I just have to run the weed shop, and I can't run the weed shop with this homeless person here. But it's just like we're such a callous society. We treat other people with very little regard. Everybody deserves dignity.
Yeah, until you make like $14 an hour, and there's like a crackhead in your bodega.
And you got to protect your bag. Yeah, I mean, our society is cruel.
No, it is. It is. There's no place for the sick,
The sick in the head.
No, I mean, you're just left to die in the street. I mean, there's people who need health care, right? Who need help. Who I've seen like living in the street for going on 10 years now. The regular cast of characters, and it's just growing. There's just new people every day.
And it's classic. It's what capitalism does. Capitalism ensures that, and our particular system of housing forces one group of people into this category that's just cast aside. They are surplus, and they are left to fend for nothing because we set this hard barrier at the bottom of the housing ladder through housing that is subsidized in ways that are exclusive and purposefully built to not serve everybody. Like, you have to have a job, and you have to do X, Y, and Z, and you have to file the paperwork at the right time, and you have to have these institutional competencies to access the handouts from the government, in this case in the form of one of the most fundamental things that we have, which is housing. And everyone else who is within the hug of the mother of having housing is terrified of becoming one of those surplus people. And so they will continue to work. And for $14 an hour, they will mace one of those surplus people so that they can keep paying their rent and eating their burritos.
No, if you pay me $14, I'll mace a homeless person. That's so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to the city like something like 12 years ago. And my first reaction to the way that the law enforcement treats people who are living in the streets, and just the how society looks at from your bum to your hobo to your crazy to your crackhead. There's all sorts of people from just your down on your luck hobo to your like unwell, like look out around that guy kind of hobo.
Indeed.
There's all types. But they do get treated really bad and like harassed and incarcerated. And when I got to the city, I felt a great injustice, or I felt that I was witnessing a great injustice. And to some extent, I do still feel this way. But just my daily life, it has caused me to become callous. I don't know, numb. There's just so much suffering in the 4-mile commute to work, right?
Yeah. Well, and there's little that you can do. Like
other than like try to not get my bike stolen.
There are people that are in positions where they can take radical measures, right? To I don't know, bring a homeless person, let them live in your apartment. Like, I don't know. Like that, there's radical ways to address it. And all of the other significant ways to address it are institutional and at the community level. They can't be solved by one person. And I think it's, you can't blame yourself, but we have to maintain the humanity of everybody. But it's hard. It is hard.
Oi, 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 oi. Share the road is fake. Roadway safety is not a shared responsibility. I'm going through my checklist. Philadelphia. We did Philly. We did New York. We got those maps up.
Yeah, my gay son loves.
My gay dog needs something gluten free.
Mm-hmm.
I was solid. I think that's hysterical. Garbage. Hobo Army, working class Epstein Island. This is a good one.
What? What was the string of words that you said? Will you say it again slower?
Hobo Army, working class Epstein Island. 1 second.
I think we've got the title of the episode.
No, I don't think we need to publish that. Nick posted it in the bros chat. New York Post.
See.
New York Post. Texas creeps indicted in wild plot to invade tiny island to kill the men and use women and children as their sex slaves. Feds. Basically, they were gonna recruit a bunch of homeless people from Washington, D.C., and then take the hobo army on a boat to Haiti, a small island in Haiti, and then they were gonna kill all the men and then rape everyone else.
This was their stated intention?
That was what they got busted for. So I guess they wrote it down.
And they did do it, damn.
Yeah, but there's just too many questions.
That definitely causes a lot more question asking than it does question answering.
It's yeah. So I don't know. I might even just cut this whole thing out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything on that.
Gooner Army. It's a Gooner Army of sorts.
It feels, in at least etymology, connected.
I don't know. It's so dark.
Yeah, it's all so dark, bro. It's so bleak.
No, but I don't have any other content. I don't have any other transportation content.
I do. I had one other thing that I wanted to mention, which is that the very first episode of Are You Into Bus Stuff was published on December 4th, 2024, I believe. And it must have been recorded, right around now, this time last year. So I think our next episode needs to be our anniversary special.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true. We can do a special, birthday special.
Yeah, birthday special for my gay son.
The last episode was recorded maybe even today.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
1 sec.
Things that have changed since then. My office is now, it faces the other direction. I've moved all the furniture since we started. The Denver Denver situation has continued to be about status quo. They ripped out a bike lane on account of a steakhouse. They they just added a lane back to the plans for Alameda Avenue, which is just absolute horse shit. The city council, though, they said they would commit to building Bamos, which costs nothing and could be done tomorrow. They continue to stall and not do anything on that front. Yeah, that's the year here. Jeez.
Yeah, man, it's bad out there. Too many cars.
So I think it's safe to say that we've failed. This year we've failed. Our podcast has failed at remedying the roadway safety epidemic.
Yeah, it looks like it was 1 year and 5 days ago. That was our first podcast. So even this could be our birthday special.
There you go. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday to the
podcast.
Happy birthday
to you
us.
and us and you and us and the listener.
And many more.
But I want to state that in failing this year, listener, we've failed to solve the roadway safety epidemic this year, but marking our failure means that we know that there is a chance to succeed.
We will overcome. The Gooners do not stop when they are told to stop. The Gooners are a free people. We will overcome the government. We will overcome big money, big power. We will overcome the rat shadow government. Because the Gooners will be free. And the Gooners will take back the streets, one street at a time, street by street, night by night. The Gooners will be free. And I'm coming for you, Governor. Or I'm not Gooner McGoober.
I got broken by a rat shadow government. Oh,
These
it's a shadow government.
Just want you to think that the neoliberal world order is just. But we don't live in a just society, man, until you can cross the street. If this is world order, then I want disorder. I want the governor. Oh my God. No, we're just a couple of comedy podcasters.
We got jokes.
Just a couple of
we
comedians.
got deaths. We've
Telling
got a map
jokes.
that'll make you say.
The government doesn't want you to think that cars are bad, but cars are very, very bad. And you should never drive. People think I'm crazy. Why am I crazy? I'm not crazy. The whole world is crazy.
You sounded like John Forrester.
Fuck him. He was wrong. Share the road sucks. The whole idea of share the road fucking sucks. No one should have to share the road.
I mean, we all will have to share the road. Sharing the road is inherent. It's not a solution. Sharing the road is inherent.
The solution is to no longer share the road. The solution is to ban cars entirely.
I know. I think I'm thinking of the road in a little bit more of a broader sense. Like, we do have to share the responsibility of everybody getting around safely. And it is up to people sacrificing the comfort that they get in the automobile to do that. Right?
I mean, I think we can just build systems that are as comfortable and convenient. I mean, arguably more so, right? Like, the average person mile is faster in Tokyo than it is in Houston.
Much
or Dallas.
by a long shot.
You know? So it's we can live more comfortable lives with transit in it, right? Like, people are always floored that they can just, like, go from Germany to France on a train in, like, a couple hours and for $30. Like, people get so excited about that. It's like, we can have that too.
Well, I mean, but there is a built environment factor where that, like, resolving the transportation desert that many of our suburban areas and exurban areas are, will be painful in the meantime. Won't it?
I mean, it is painful, right? It's like the cost burden on society is maintaining like some of the largest companies in America. It's a burden unto us all, right? Like most of my rent goes to property taxes, and most of my property taxes go to transportation. Not most, but a decent chunk.
So then the only solution is cultural, right? Like the society must choose because of the decisions that are made by those that are developing
the policy problem.
Well, I know, let me finish. So public policy will shape the culture is what I'm saying. Is if public policymakers were brave enough to step up and lead their people, lead their governments, lead their towns, their states, whatever, in a way that says, hey, like we got to do this right. We got to make this more comfortable for everybody outside of a car. Actually take that leadership and do that. Like the only way that people are going to be on board is if they have a cultural reason to, if their neighbors are doing it, if everyone in their neighborhood is doing it. Because right now everybody uses cars because it's by far the most convenient. And that's going to continue to be true because it's going to take a monumental effort to like move the grocery stores and rezone things so that people can access the things that they need within a tighter radius in a lot of places. I'm rambling a little bit, but you feel what I'm saying?
I think you just blanket expand the by right entitlements of pretty much every lot in major urban areas to say that, like, you can have a fourplex, you can have a corner store, you can sort of do whatever you want. And that gets us most of the way there.
So the housing stock in the suburbs would then be, your hope would that it would be emptied and that we'd level it? Or what would we do with all the suburban...
No, I just want it just needs to have denser infill. And when we need to connect, it's okay that there's cul-de-sacs everywhere. It needs to be more modal filter and less cul-de-sac. Like, people don't want traffic driving down their street, but we can offer them that while still having a connected network of like paths. That's sort of the ideal future for suburban America is letting people run businesses in their homes and have back houses.
Right, rezoning.
Subdivide lots and sort of do whatever they want.
Yeah, a proper American
maybe not whatever
freedom.
they want. I mean, the whole fucking point is that people want to shape the character of the place they live in, right? And that's their I to some degree believe that is their prerogative, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like people buy this. Suburbia is a consumer product, and people buy it because it makes them feel safe.
And very comfortable, and it fulfills nostalgia, and it's reinforced by media, and it's built to serve the automobile.
But I think if people want to buy this product, go ahead. There's more than enough of it to go around, and you can live in some really lovely areas. And where you live will likely be unaffected by... I don't want to say you'll be completely unaffected by the negative effects of car culture and auto-centric urban development. But I don't know, man. Last night I was biking in a really nice neighborhood, and the amount of wildlife that I saw, and like there were birds and deer and squirrels, and there's all sorts of like cute little critters running around. Compared to like the urban environment that I live in, which is harsh and it smells and it's loud.
There's squirrels on campus.
There's piss and shit and crackheads, and it's like, fuck, man. Just so many of these people who put car miles into the city and put microplastics into your testicles are living like in like these idyllic, remote fucking places. It's worth it. It's worth it to fucking spring to go live in paradise and like drive into the city for your shitty job. I don't know, man.
I think real cities that are going to be worth their weight in the coming years are going to incentivize the transition of places like that into less car dependent places, because rich people are going to continue to need somewhere to live. And rich people are going to opt to live in the most comfortable places. And that will shift potentially, right? But I think that like cities that get ahead on this are going to be in better shape when we have no more oil and no more ability to power our electric vehicles. Maybe that'll never come.
No, I think there will always be a way to power electric vehicles. I mean, it is energy intensive, let's not lie. But I do think I envision a future where we transition to completely electric automobiles and the world still sucks because they're all torqued to 9,000.
Yeah, and they weigh like 1,000,000 pounds.
They were like twice as heavy and twice as fast. So I'm sure that won't play any role in roadway deaths at all. Oh, and they lock you in when you crash, and then it catches on fire because it's a lithium bomb.
Maybe you'll be able to buy one that has like a built-in like med bed. So like if you do get in a crash, it just goes into med bed mode and it heals you real quick.
What I like about the Tesla is that there's a GOON screen right on the front console. You can satisfy your addiction to driving and your addiction to internet pornog at the same time. Maybe you can even eat a cheeseburger.
I bet you could pull off eating a cheeseburger at the same time.
The listener should know that my go-to dinner is two double cheeseburgers and a big glass of whiskey.
I'm just imagining like a big old glass of neat whiskey. You're drinking it like water.
I take it on ice with some sugar.
You put sugar. What kind of whiskey are you drinking? What kind of whiskey are you?
Like an old fashioned.
No, but what kind of whiskey?
It depends.
Right.
Bourbon, rye, the other ones. I don't really drink scotch.
Bourbon, rye. You don't drink scotch? I love scotch. Do you drink Irish? I like Irish whiskey. It's super smooth, triple filtered.
I don't really drink it. I don't really drink Irish whiskey.
You don't you don't do it like a JMO?
Unless it's in my coffee.
I see. Coffee is a good place for Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I like Irish whiskey.
I've been drinking too much. I had a bottle of whiskey at the house, and then lo and behold, 2 weeks later, I'm like, man, I've been drinking too much. So I don't think I'm going to buy another bottle for the house for a little while.
Good. Yeah, that's a good.
I have more than enough access at work.
Mm-hmm. I was entirely sober for, I think, 4 months this year, and that was really nice, and I feel like I've re-entered with a little bit more intentionality.
I've been able to keep my gooning to under 4 hours a day all year.
And even with that machine that you got fired up over there.
Even with the car battery and the alternator.
Yep. It's amazing that you've put the effort in to do the alternator too. Most people would just strap that thing right onto the battery.
Well, no, but then you risk depenicification.
Safer to use the alternator, listener.
I don't even know. I'm not my area of technical expertise is not electrical engineering.
Hey, could you electrically engineer this for me? I mean, for my friend.
Are you? The doctor asks you, "Are you sexually active?" You say, "Well, I've been strapping a car battery to my penis and testicles."
And that's been doing the trick. Is that what you mean, Doc?
So I have a lot of issues with my penis and testicles. But other than that, no, I'm not really what you'd consider sexually active.
How about you?
That's a pro move, asking your doctor if he's sexually active.
Yeah. I don't know, Doc. Like, what do you do? What's, like, your recommendation?
Do you have a favorite position?
I hope you're writing all this down.
No, don't go to the doctor. Just buy my dick pills. Don't go to the doctor. Go to the chiropractor.
Listener, if you just take the time to strap the cables to the right places, the nodules on your body, you'll be able to shock yourself into health. You don't need mainstream medicine, Western medicine.
No, it's true. It's true. We should sell like a cancer cure.
Oh,
It's an ounce of weed.
I mean, we already make the roadway safety crisis pill. We should sell a pill that makes you safer on the street.
We need a client. We do need a product. I don't know. I might list the stickers. If you want to buy the stickers, the Roadway Report stickers, maybe send me an email, ben@roadway.report.
I would say we can, if you're willing to put 2 up and then give 2 to another person, and you can just kind of take photos of where you guys put up the Roadway Report stickers. We'll send them to you for free.
Yeah, in fact, you don't even have to. I mean, yeah, it would be nice if you take a picture. That would be good. But if you want some stickers, we'll just send you some for free. Depending on when you listen to this, right? Like, if it's 2035, maybe hit the road. But if you're listening to this in the next couple weeks, couple months, just feel free to reach out. We'll send you some stickers for free. We're very happy to have you.
This audio recording does not constitute any contract between either party, the speaker, or the listener.
We want the Gooners to take back the streets. We want people to go into their communities and exist and have a public life. Go and be in public, because it's your right. And they've taken that from us. The government has taken that from you. Can't you see, sheeple? The government doesn't want you to be free. They want you to live in your cage. They want you to live in the burbs, man. They want you to live in a box with your with your dumb kids. And they want you to drive to your job. Well, you don't have to have a job, man. You can be free like us. And you can goon all day. And we're going to take back the streets in the dead of night on Christmas Eve. Because the Gooners will be free. The Gooners won't be stopped by the petty tyrant government. The Gooners will be free because America is a constitutional republic.
Framing the Gooner lifestyle as aspirational to the average suburbanite is really compelling to me.
You don't have to have a job, man. You can just goon. And you can be free like us. Like me, Ben Carnero, and Lucas Riley of Roadway Report.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. It's just pleasure all the time. It never stops. You never have to wake up, Lucas.
I never have to wake up?
Here, let me get the car battery. Do you have...
Stop! It hurts!
You never have to wake up. Just goon. But maybe in the dead of night, consider hitting the streets.
So, email Ben if you want some stickers.
Yeah.
On that wonderful note, if you want to join us.
Ben at roadway.report. I'll be happy to send you some.
Yeah, we got stickers out the wazoo. We'd love for you to put them up in your neighborhood, especially, on corners where you think things are unsafe or things are unsafe from looking at the maps. And,
you can also walking... You can print out a QR code that says someone died here, too, if you want to put up posters instead of...
Yeah, one of our very brave soldiers out there put that up. Where was that? You sent me that. Someone had put a bunch of QR codes up in their community.
I forget where Xander lives, but we're very grateful because Xander is our first fan.
Yeah. Hell yeah, Xander.
We really appreciate the work you're doing in your community. Yeah, it's cool. It's just really cool to see.
Truly. And, just making people aware of this, I think waking up the sheeple is actually a piece of this. And we have to do it with love and we have to do it with strategy, right? Like, you can't yell at people until they change their minds, especially when they have, 3-ton vehicle under their soft cheeks. But we can change people's minds, especially if they realize that, like, in their neighborhood, there's a bunch of places where their kids are not safe, and, like, their neighbors' kids are not safe. I think people deep down do care about this, and I think we do want to take care of each other deep down. I think people have the propensity to be good. And Xander, you are one of those people. Thank you for restoring my hope in humanity. And if you want to do the same, listener, get some stickers from Ben, put them up in your community. Let us know about it and how you think we can make this roadway safety epidemic go away, because our stated intention is that by this time next year, there's going to be no more roadway deaths on the streets.
We're real about it. Hashtag
Vision
the governor.
fucking zero.
Hashtag Gooner Army strong. Hashtag dead of night.
All right. Well, I feel like we done did it.
Yeah, that's more or less a podcast, I have to admit. It feels like one.
I'd rather watch my rodcast.
Oh, it's a fishing customer?
It is a fishing customer, yeah. He just wants to fish.
I brought a fresh fish. Could you cook my fresh fish? I don't want to butcher it. Here, will you butcher the fish for me and provide me with a fillet of cod?
I'd like to choose my own lobster. Will you give me the gloves or the tongs or whatever you use to get the lobsters out of the tank?
Prepare the lobster tank. What, you can't bring it over here? What? How am I to select the lobster of preference?
I like to get to know my lobster before I choose him.
I have to feel how strong his claws are.
Only the best for me and my gay son.
Only the best. My gay son is running low on mimosas. Could you bring him a carafe of mimosas?
He's so tired from all the casting and reeling.
All the casting calls, all the casting fish, all the TikTok. Oh, the TikTok. I'm so tired from a long day of TikTok. This is my gay son and his gay dog, Rufus. Rufus is gluten-free. Don't forget about Rufus's allergy. If you give him a treat, it had better be gluten-free.
If you poison my dog, I will not hesitate to drive my CRV through the whole of this establishment. Yes, the kitchen too.
This is a hate crime.
Officer or marijuana store employee, can you tase this person for me?
Can you mace this homeless person? Waiter, there's a homeless person. Will you mace him? I'm trying to enjoy my mimosas with Rufus and my gay son.
It's all I have.
I've had a long week at work, and I'm trying to enjoy my mimosas with Rufus. Will you please mace this homeless person?
And throw them into the street where they belong.
So they can be hit by a car. Bro, people really are like that. They're like, oh, I wish I could just kill that cyclist. All the time, man, all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It just becomes, people are programmed to sometimes kill. Right, like dogs sometimes eat like a little bunny, you know, like we have it in us. So why should we all always be operating heavy machinery? That's the question I'd like to pose. And I would argue that if you look at the new New York, Pennsylvania, California maps, Texas maps, it's clear as day that having somebody get hurt on every street, everywhere you look, these things dominate.
Forever and
these
always.
Things dominate our society, right? And the data available is like 15% of all crashes, all deaths, all serious injuries, right? It's just such an incomprehensible amount of violence. Like, it's a bigger problem than guns. Guns are designed to kill, right? And this is just a byproduct of our transportation system. Guns are weapons. And more people die as a byproduct of our transportation infrastructure and our failures to invest in new technology, right? That's the appropriate framing, right? Is that this technology is outdated, this technology is ineffective in an urban context, and this technology is fundamentally, intrinsically dangerous.
It's also important to consider that the mode of transportation also increases some of the other leading causes of death, like heart disease and things like that, where people rely on their cars and don't move their bodies, and so their bodies decay. And so like it's also deadly in that sense.
Gooner Army, I love you guys. Please reach out if you want some stickers. Please reach out if you want us to do your state next.
I want Illinois.
3 in 10 Americans. Illinois is one of the next largest states, so it should be
Illinois. Illinois. Well, I wanna audit because we always talk good about Chicago on this podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I love you too, listener. I love you, Ben. Peace out for now, y'all. Be safe out there.
Don't let the government tell you what to do. Be free. Take the streets. Kidnap the governor. Get out there and do your thing, gooners. You don't have to have a job. You can just goon. Comedy podcast. Get your ass ready for a comedy podcast. About roadway deaths. About roadway deaths? About roadway deaths? About roadway deaths. Comedy podcast. A certified motherfucking comedy podcast. About roadway deaths. About roadway deaths. About roadway deaths. About roadway deaths. Get yourself together. It's a certified fucking good time. Yeah.